Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're ready for a great week and a great episode today because we've got stories for you. We've got recaps. We've got it all. Everything that What We Said is known for, we've got it.
A Tuesday episode just hits so right.
Yeah. We've got the bevs. We've got the vibes. We've got the summer outfits.
I'm a year late on the ballet flat mesh trend, as I am always a year-ish late to a trend. I remember that when we were on Gals on the Go podcast, they were doing like, oh, this or that, or we were playing some sort of game with them over a year ago. Yeah. I don't even think I was pregnant yet, or maybe I was pregnant. I don't remember, but they were like mesh ballet flats, and I was like, immediately no. I was like, never in my life will I wear those.
They liked it or something?
It was like, would you wear it or not? A game or something.
Yes, I remember now.
And I think you were like, yeah, maybe. And I was like, immediately no. I'm so short, like no. And then here I am.
Here you are. You just got to give it some time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still in trend.
Yeah.
You're not late.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm never early, that's for sure. To the shoe trend
that's okay.
specifically. And that's okay. I'm fashionably or unfashionably late. And I like it that way.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my ballet flats today. It is just so weird how your brain chemistry changes once you see so many people doing something and so many cool girls that are cute and have good fashion sense. You're like, okay, I get it now. Like, yeah, I'll do it now.
Yeah.
It's nothing changed other than me seeing girls with good fashion sense doing it. Yeah. And I trust them and I say, okay, I will join you.
It is weird that it looks good all of a sudden.
In your mind, it's just cute now.
Whereas before it's not flattering and now it's flattering. One
of the worst trends, I'm sorry, I love you Fila in other ways. The chunky Fila sneakers is like one of my greatest offenses.
100%.
I think that those shoes are
a travesty.
Hideoso. Like nothing about them is good. And I just wonder if in 2 years I'm going to look at these shoes that I'm wearing and be like, what were you doing?
Well, the thing
because it never feels like that in the moment.
I know the Filas were really something else because they were so...
They're this big.
Monstrous.
But that's what I loved about them because they gave me so much height.
I loved a monster shoe.
A clown shoe, as we call them.
Yeah. So it's weird. I don't know. I'm sure we will look back and be like, what the freak were we wearing? But certain shoes, once they come back one time, it's like, well, now they're kind of timeless, you know? Fila's, I don't know, maybe in the 80s something similar was popular, but like that was kind of a, modern thing.
You know what I'm thinking now?
Ballet flats are not modern. Like they're
timeless more?
Yeah, they're a little more like a Mary Jane. Like those things have been around for a while.
True.
So they won't be as shocking in a couple years.
The sneakers, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's really just my outfits that were so offensive with them. The combination was so heinous.
The jeans with them?
Like literal jeans with huge Fila sneakers, 6-inch platforms.
T-shirts tucked into the jeans.
Oh, mama. I think I was still in my modest era.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's not it with the Filas. So anyway.
Miss you Filas.
Miss you Filas. I love the Fila like windbreaker jackets. They have a vibe there, but those sneakers are not for me anymore.
No.
Nor will they probably ever be again. But, well, stay tuned in 10 years. Might be on this podcast.
Stay tuned. One day Benny's going to come home from high school. She's going to be wearing Filas. She's like, these are the new thing, Mom.
It's really so weird how that happens. Like I remember my mom being shook at high-waisted jeans when those were so, and she's like, really?
Yeah.
High-waisted jeans. And I was like, yeah, that's the vibe. When we were in high school.
It's new. It's cool.
It's so cute. I want high-waisted Levi's. She was like, huh? Okay. Yeah. And now we're in the low-waisted. Well, I guess actually I think the mid-rise and stuff is kind of coming back. Straight leg, mid-rise. Like I feel like
I know.
Unfortunately, the baggy jeans kind of on their way out, but I think it's like starting to shift, which I hate because I love baggy jeans.
I know. The kind of baggy jeans are kind of on their way out.
The what?
A certain kind of baggy jeans.
Yeah.
Not all. You can still wear a baggy jean, but I feel like you can't wear a high-waisted baggy jean. Oh, you can. If you want to be a loser.
Illegal. No. A federal crime at this point.
Yeah, it's like low-waisted baggy is still in, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just paired with, it's just...
Low-waisted got in right during my pregnancy and postpartum. That's when it decided to...
love that.
Yeah. Right when I hit postpartum, it's like low-waisted jeans are the only way. Cool.
Same.
Can't wait.
Can't we bring back the high-waisted? Where it really cinched you in.
Yeah.
You know, I still love a high-waisted. I wore high-waisted shorts yesterday.
There's a time and a place for sure.
Yeah. Everything has its time and place. And
you know what? I was feeling actually very validated because whenever I talk about personal style, sometimes it's one of those things that I feel like just can be boring. Like I don't want to harp on it because it's like, okay, how many times can we talk about this specific topic? But the comments of our YouTube video, a lot of people were just saying that they liked the conversation and they were like, I can totally relate with the casual thing. How I was saying my outfits are just so casual, so it's hard. And ever since you cracked the code of like the hair or the makeup has to be looking good and then I'll like my casual outfits, I genuinely believe that changed something in my brain where I'm like, it's so true. If I have like a baggier or a more casual look, but then I do my hair or I do my makeup better or like pair it with jewelry that I really like.
This is a perfect example. This is so cute. It's like the base is so casual, but the accessories really make it.
Thank you.
The hair.
Thanks. So yeah, I'm on my journey. I actually feel like I'm getting closer to like understanding my own style. It's only taken 30 years. So here we are.
Perfect.
I'm still not there, but I'm getting there.
I think you get to, this is how I feel. I get to a place where I'm like, my style is never to be defined. Maybe that's my problem is I always try and define my style.
Yeah.
And I really feel as though that puts me in a box and it makes me more confused sometimes.
Delaney always says that she just likes so many. She's like, I will never categorize my style because, or like label it because she's like, I love sporty casual stuff. I love super glitz and glam. She loves doing all sorts of hairstyles. You know who's queen of hairstyles? Delaney Childs. 100%. Her hair
is gorgeous.
Is so beautiful and she switches up her hairstyle every day. It's like something new. It's a slicked half bun thing. It's like French braids. It's these little tiny curls. It's mermaid waves and it's sleek and straight. She does something different every day. Like a ponytail with the hair wrapped around the pony. She really puts effort into her hair and it makes she has amazing hair as well.
Yeah.
I took their photos for their anniversary and someone's comment was like, Delaney's hair belongs in the Louvre. And I'm like, literally
actually just Delaney does.
It's actually just her as a person but it's so beautiful that and then she's just actually a perfect human being so then but truly I feel like the hairstyles make it.
Hair theory is a real thing.
It really is.
It just
also, did I tell you that I found out that, this is not probably groundbreaking information, that Sabrina Carpenter wears wigs for all of her concerts and like all of her photo shoots and the music videos and everything. Like that is a wig. Did we
talk about that? Or you were asking about it maybe? And
we
now you figured it out.
Maybe we already did talk about it.
I feel like a lot of celebrities do wear wigs and like.
I mean, guess I could have guessed that, but like just at her concert, I was like, I cannot get over her hair. I figured for sure she had extensions in and a bunch of product, but everyone was saying it's a wig. I'm like, oh, that's how it looks. Literally perfect. It's so voluminous. Have you seen her recent music video of Man Child?
No, I need to watch it. I haven't watched it.
In other news, this is literally strawberry milk, by the way. Speaking of Sabrina Carpenter.
So good.
Her Dunkin' Refresher.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's hers.
Yeah. It's like a little strawberry milky.
It's so good.
Just delight.
If I was pregnant, I would be fiending for that.
Oh, so good. But her Man Child music video, I don't know how much that budget must have been, but millions. Like I'm telling you, there were 100 scenes within, it's like a 3-minute music video or whatever. Like probably she was in 15 different outfits and looks.
Insane.
And completely different scenes. It's so, if you like just cinematography or anything, honestly, just go watch it. It's so
if you
amazing.
like visually pleasing things.
Yes, the visuals on it were insane. I could not get over it. It's like really, really cool. All of her music videos have been really good lately.
Yeah.
She's an icon.
I love her.
I have some life updates to share. Well, actually, let's get into your Idaho recap first.
Yeah,
if we may.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. I'm ready. Because today's episode, we're talking about summer vacation horror stories. And I shared my horror story of the trip last week or on Friday. Go listen to the episode if you haven't yet for my horrible airplane experience, airport experience. But the rest of the trip was honestly amazing. So I wanted to recap with just some recommendations too. If you're wanting like an Idaho, Montana, just mountain, lake, wide open spaces, summer vacation vibe, I've got some recs for you.
You've got the itinerary.
It was the most magical week. We spent a whole week there. So we had a family reunion for just my immediate family, like my siblings and my parents. And it was like our first, I guess, Gustafson family reunion where we were like, okay, we're going to go all to a place. My brother and sister-in-law live in Idaho because they go to school there. So we were like, okay, let's go somewhere close to them. And none of us have really been to Idaho for a vacation. I mean, Nick went to college in Idaho, and I went to Idaho like twice to visit him in the span of our early dating days. So I was a little bit familiar, but I hadn't like spent a lot of time there. Anyways, so we were having the family reunion there for a couple days, and we were trying to find flights. We were trying to figure out what our vibe was. We're like, should we get an RV and drive there and like spend a couple nights camping along the way? What are we going to do? And that was seeming very overwhelming with 2 kids. I'm like, I'm not like a camping expert. Like I don't think I have the grit
gear
for that yet.
The gear yet.
Yeah. So I was kind of like vetoing that. I'm like, I don't want to do the driving, the camping, but I still want that vibe. I want like an outdoorsy, what is that area called? Northwestern? No, not really.
Don't ask me anything about a map.
I don't know what that, like northern, but it's not northern. Anyways, that area of the country, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Gorgeous, stunning.
So I wanted those vibes though, like very outdoorsy, fishing, not hunting, but like, you get it. I will not be hunting. But anyways, I was looking on Airbnb. We decided that we're going to extend the trip and stay a full week and go somewhere on our own with just like me and Nick and the boys and have our own vacation and then meet up with my family so that we have plenty of time to like do everything we want to do. Nick loves to fly fish. So he had like all these places he wanted to go. He wanted to show us. And with kids, I feel like you just can't like hit everything in one day. I was like, I don't want to feel stressed. Like, okay, we have 2 days. Let's try and do everything. I wanted to hit like 1 or 2 things a day and have ample time to relax and, just chill.
Live the mountain life.
Yes, exactly. So we got there. The plane ride there was amazing. I was like so scared to do it. It was our first flight with 2 boys. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Like this is going to be crazy. And it was so fine. It was like 2.5 hours. So it wasn't that bad. But I have a recommendation for the plane. Okay. Before we get started they're called Genius Suckers. They're like little suction toys. I posted them on my story. I'm sure it's like on a highlight now, but they're little toys. And I saw a reel about it, like toys for the airplane that are not super distracting for other people.
Yeah.
And Elwood played with them most of the time. They're like these little suction toys that you can push together. You can like take the tray down, stick them to it. I don't know why kids love it so much, but it was so amazing. They're on Amazon. You can like get a small pack or big pack. We just brought like 6 of them and kept him so entertained. So Genius Suckers.
Love that.
And then we got a car. We rented a car for a week. And just so we could have the car seats, everything packed in. We didn't have to like worry about, I was like, are there even Ubers out here? There's like no one out here. So we got a car for the week. We got to our hotel the first night and we stayed at the Yellow Peaks Hotel. And this was in Island Park, Idaho. Okay. Very stunning place. I had been to Rexburg and I'd kind of been like a little bit outside of Rexburg, but I hadn't been more towards like Montana and that area. When they said the skies are so blue, the skies are so blue. Like I was like, the greens and the blues that my eyes are taking in right now are so stunning. Just like the most vast views, so gorgeous. I can see for miles, but like the trees are so big, the mountains, the Tetons, like I was stunned. My jaw was on the floor. So we stayed at the Yellow Peaks Hotel, which was in Island Park. And Island Park is like, I want to say 45 minutes away from like Yellowstone, like West Yellowstone and stuff. So it's a great place to stay because it's its own little town, or I don't even know if you call it a town, with lots of nature and like state parks around it. So it's a great place to stay. Yellow Peaks Hotel. Okay. It was such a good vibe. I came across it on Airbnb when I was looking for like a cabin or something for us to stay. They're like little cabins. You can go see on my Instagram story, like the visuals or my YouTube, but they're like individual cabins, but it has like a kitchenette because I'm not camping. I need a bathroom. I have kids. I want to bathe them in like a shower or a bath. They have a bathroom, a kitchenette. They had bunk beds, a king size bed. They had like a desk. They had extremely fast Wi-Fi.
That's the best case scenario.
So good. We need to go back. Like we need to bring the kids. They have a little pond where the kids can fish, where they have like trout. They bring trout and it's like a little man-made pond in the middle. So fun. Case had his little fishing rod. It was like fishing the whole time. They had a sauna. They had cold plunges, communal hot tubs. You also had your own hot tub like outside of your cabin.
Wow, that sounds so nice.
They had like a little hot tub, what's it called? Wood-fired hot tub that you can fill it up and make it a cold plunge or a hot tub.
Okay.
And then they had a fire pit and they had like a Blackstone outside. So it was like camping. You get the vibes. We would stargaze at night. We would like go sit in the hot tub, make a fire, so many stars.
That's so
then
nice.
we can go inside, take a shower, and like go to bed in a comfy bed.
That's my best case scenario for
so amazing.
Glamping, if you will.
Exactly.
Like that sounds so nice.
It was amazing. We met the owners, Blake and Mara. Shout out. They were so amazing. They have 2 kids too, around Case and Elwood's age. So we were just like letting the kids play and we were just like chatting and I was asking them about like, Idaho, where they're from. And it was the best vibe, like so wholesome. Every night we could see the sunset over the horizon, like over the mountaintops across the highway. And there's just like nothing out there. And you can see the river. It's right there.
So pretty.
We would walk to get Huckleberry ice cream every night at the Pine Cone. Go to the Pine Cone if you're in Island Park. It's right next to the Yellow Peaks Hotel. There was just endless amazing views, truly.
I love that.
And the sun also doesn't set there until the first night. I'm like, oh, we should probably get the kids to bed. I look, it's still light out. It's 9:30. I'm like, oh, excuse me? What is happening?
That is kind of trippy when it doesn't get dark till like 10 p.m.
It was so weird. But overall, amazing vibes. They also, did I say they had a sauna? They had a sauna and a cold plunge. Oh, so nice. Like in the morning, I would go out and like do 15 minutes in the sauna, then do a cold plunge. Ready for the day. Best like spa camping experience.
The trifecta.
Ever, yes. And like I said, we were talking to the owners and Blake, he actually went to college in Idaho too. So him and Nick became friends and he took Nick fishing on a boat. Like they were floating down the river. Nick's like, we passed by this waterfall. We were fishing. Like I caught just amazing vibes all around.
That's so nice.
And I was so sad when we had to leave. I'm like, I literally need to make this a tradition to come back every summer because it was just so family friendly. If you have kids, great place to stay. Again, if you're like me and you're not equipped for camping and just like, let's go rough it.
But you still want the nature vibes.
Yes, exactly.
We definitely should go back though. It sounds really fun.
Yes, we need to. It was so fun. And then we met up with my family at a cabin. It was so fun, so magical. We did all of the Idaho things that were just, it was checking off everything on the vision board. Like we went to the river. I brought my hunter boots. We were like wading in the river, just like looking at the beautiful scenery. Case was fishing. Nick was fly fishing. He would like take the boys out to like go fly fishing in the river. It was amazing weather too. It was like not too hot, not too cold. One of the days we floated down the river like on paddle boards, which was amazing. So gorgeous, like the mountain views. You know, we love talking about personal style and refreshing our closet on this podcast. And with summer in full swing, that urge always comes around, to refresh the closet with some new pieces. But also, I'm really trying not to waste my money on pieces that I'll only wear once or for one season. And that's where Quince comes in. Their clothes are timeless. They feel very luxurious. They look elevated and chic. And the quality is way beyond what you'd expect for the price. It's that wardrobe upgrade that, just makes sense. So think 100% European linen tops starting at just $30. Washable silk dresses and skirts and soft cotton sweaters. Versatile warm weather pieces that you'll reach for again and again. You know that sweater that's just lasted you years. One of my favorite sweaters ever has lasted me, I think almost 3 or 4 years now, is from Quince. It's a really cute cotton knitted fisherman sweater. And the best part, everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. You guys need to check out their website and just look at everything they offer. They have so many good pieces, home things, clothes, kids' clothes. You can find so many of the pieces that you're looking for on Quince.
I feel like this is so nice too for kind of a capsule wardrobe, or if you're just looking for nice pieces that feel luxurious but aren't going to be so insanely expensive. Like if you do want a nice pair of linen pants or a linen top for the summertime or a silk skirt, like Chelsea mentioned, those pieces that you can kind of just pair together and they look really elevated and chic, Quince is the place to go. And by working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury without the markup, and Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/whatwesaid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That is QUINCE.com/whatwesaid to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/whatwesaid. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is one of our longest standing sponsors. We love them so much, and Chelsea and I have used Squarespace for years and years for basically all our business ventures, big and small. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. Squarespace has design intelligence now, which is combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. It empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website that's tailored to your specific, unique needs, and creating a digital identity to use across your entire online presence. One of my favorite things about Squarespace is how simple they make it to make your website beautiful, user-friendly, all of that. And now with this new design intelligence too, it's just taking that all up an extra notch. So you yourself don't have to be, all caught up on the latest coding and everything like that. They take care of that for you. And you can kind of just insert your photos, insert the text that you want, where you want it. And it just is a beautiful, user-friendly website that's consistent across all your platforms.
Squarespace Payments is also the easiest way to manage your payments in one place with Squarespace. Onboarding is fast and simple. You can get started in just a few clicks and then start receiving payments right away. Plus, this gives your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH Direct Deposit, Apple Pay Afterpay, ClearPay. That stuff can be very confusing and daunting if you're starting a business or a side hustle and you're trying to make money, but it gets to be a lot, and Squarespace makes it so simple. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/whatwesaid will save you 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out. This episode of What We Said is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies is the only leading brand with all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. And if you are a parent and if you've had a baby, you know that these are the sizes you need it the most because, first of all, they can't talk and tell you that they're about to have a blowout or that they had a blowout. So you usually find out once you take them out of your car seat, once you have arrived at your location. This has happened to me more times than I'd like to admit, or on an airplane or somewhere where you're stuck and, oh, heaven forbid, it's the one time you forgot to bring an extra change of clothes. So that is why it's so nice to have a brand and a diaper that you trust, like Huggies Little Snugglers, to have that blowout protection.
You shouldn't have to live your life worrying about how you're going to deal with the next inevitable blowout, so you can ease your blowout anxiety by switching to Huggies Little Snugglers to avoid that dreaded moment. We've all been there as a parent, and it's really nice to be able to rely on a diaper specifically. Is so important, obviously, for a baby's comfort as well. And Huggies Little Snugglers are up to 100% leak-proof with blowout protection in the front and back on sizes 1 and 2. So you can feel confident relying on them for your little ones. Sizes 1 and 2 specifically are the times when the blowouts happen the most. So if you are already a parent, if you're going to become a parent, if you're getting you're buying some diapers for your friend's baby shower, definitely check out Huggies Little Snugglers now with blowout protection in every direction. Sizes 1 and 2. Huggies, we got you, baby.
Oh, before we got to the cabin, we also went to Upper Mesa Falls. I'm sure if you're in Idaho, you know, but it's called Upper Mesa Falls. If you have kids and you're going there, it is the most stunning waterfall ever. It's huge. Like Mara was telling me about it and she was like, you can go with kids. It's like a very easy, it's not even a hike really. You just like kind of walk down this nice wooden, what are these called? Like planks almost to it. So it's not like you're going on a hike. Like she's like, literally kids can wear sandals and you can walk down and see the waterfall. And she's like, people will be like, oh, waterfall. Okay. Like, do we really need to go? She's like, you need to go see it. It's so beautiful. It was so perfect because again, you're barely walking.
Was it?
You know me with distances. I don't freaking know. I don't know if it was a mile or not.
Kind of?
Yeah. Wait.
Like
a cliff kind of.
I mean, like, were you on top and like the waterfall's below you, or were you at the bottom, like looking at a?
No, we were kind of like at the top, and then we kind of walked down.
I wonder if, I don't know, because there's probably a ton of waterfalls like in that area, and I don't know what part of. But I was just realizing, because I'm like, oh, I've never really been to Idaho. That's where I got engaged in Idaho,
really,
and at a waterfall. So I'm wondering. I don't know if it was that one.
Maybe
because it was like a big one.
Wait,
let me look it up.
You got engaged at a waterfall?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was snowing.
Yeah, it was like winter.
I'm like, wait, I'm not picturing that.
Oh, I don't think it was that. That's like massive.
The Upper Mesa Falls?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of them, though, I think. But it was probably around there.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit outside of Rexburg. So.
Okay, yeah. I don't know where we were.
Like
I'd have to ask what part of Idaho, because I honestly don't even remember where we were.
The funny thing is Nick and I went to Upper Mesa Falls when we were dating. Almost 10 years ago. I was looking at my camera roll, and it was like almost 10 years ago. And I have like pictures, like selfies of us, and we look so different, but we're like at the same place. And we were literally getting emotional. We're like, oh my gosh, this is us 10 years later, 2 kids later. At that point, we were a little, not rocky, but we were like dating, and we weren't sure if we were going to like get engaged or not. We were kind of like just getting back together and like seeing if we were going to be serious or not. And we just like were so unsure of the future. And we're like, and then if we could fast forward and like see us now on this family vacation with our like 2 little perfect boys. Anyways, it was really beautiful. And again, highly recommend. So easy, especially with kids, but also you can just do it by yourself or anything like that. Great photo ops. We went to Harriman State Park is another place we went. They have free kid horse rides. So like you can go, they have regular trail rides, which I was fiending for. Wasn't the vibe. I wasn't gonna go on a 2-hour ride alone, because you can't have kids under 6 go on like a trail ride, obviously. Gotcha. So we did the like little kiddie rides. They had like little Australian Shepherd puppies there that we were holding. Elwood was literally obsessed, trying to literally squeeze this puppy. He was obsessed. Aww. They were like 7 weeks old or something like that. And then they had baby goats.
So cute.
Just in the middle of the state park. So beautiful. And those are what we did by ourselves. Then when we met up with my family, like I said, we went down the river one day. Maxon, Macksin. You can rent like I don't know what those boats are called. It's just like, I don't really know. It's an inn, INN, like an inn. But you can rent things there. And it's a place where you can go kind of park and do day use things on the river. And there's also a part of the river that if you rent at Maxon, you can drive up probably like 15 minutes and then get dropped off, and that's where you like float down the river.
Nice.
And it takes like, if you're floating, it takes like 3 hours, but on a paddleboard, it took us like 2. But again, Nick told us that. Like, we couldn't even find that online. We're like, where's a good place to go on the river? But Nick had been there, and it was a great place. If you want to like rent paddleboards, if you want to rent tubes or little kayaks. What are those floaty ones called? Like, they're big boats, but they're kind of like floating.
A boat?
Yeah, but it's not a boat. But it's like a raft. A raft. Yeah, a raft. You can rent rafts there and stuff.
Nice.
So fun. Like endless activities to do. You feel so in touch with nature. And also on my human design, it says that my location is mountains. And I always think about that because I don't think I could live in the mountains full time forever. But I love visiting there because it really just like
grounds you.
Yes. And it like gets you, it basically says go to a place so you can get above. I'm like above everyone else where you should be because you're superior. No, it's like.
And mine is valleys. Awesome.
It's like go to your place. No, it's like so you could be above all the noise basically and just like see from a bird's eye view to kind of just like bask in your own aura and think your own thoughts and not have any noise. And that's what my brain seriously felt like silent. I was like, this is amazing. This feels like I can't even think of something if I wanted to. But yeah, that was basically the whole trip. My favorite part was the 4th of July. We had to, we were going to go to these fireworks, but again, it got so dark so late. And the kids, I'm like, I can't go to fireworks at like 11 p.m. Yeah. So right when it got dark at like 9:45, we took the boys and like all my family went up and we just parked at the Pine Cone, which was the place we got ice cream. And it's right off the highway and you can like look across at the river and the mountains, like this huge, vast like horizon view. And the Trout Hunter had, which is a restaurant, which is really good too for like lunch and dinner. It's right on the river. You can sit and eat lunch on the river. It's like this beautiful view. Again, I've said beautiful view a million times, but like that is the moral of the trip. It was just one beautiful view. They did fireworks there. They weren't crazy big or anything. But we were all like, we popped our trunks. We sat in the back. It was like kind of drizzling, but not really raining. The view, the sun kind of had set, but it was like a bluish purple. It wasn't like dark night sky. Yes. And then we were watching fireworks. Keaton and Abby had like brought their speaker and they were like playing music. It was like The Sandlot. You know that scene in The Sandlot where they're all looking at the fireworks and like, it's like a montage. It's like, oh, beautiful. And it's just like, that is what it felt like. I was like, getting emotional. I'm like, this is the exact thing I had in my mind, like what I wanted for an Idaho summer vacation. Case was loving it. We all just started like dancing afterwards in the rain. And I could not, I'm like, hey, Chelsea, hold it together. Like, just live in the moment. Don't cry about the moment the whole time.
Nostalgic already for the moment.
No, exactly. Like, that's what I was feeling. Just like, this is one of those moments that I will remember forever. Just like all of us together. Because we all live in different places too. So it was just fun to all be together and like, just having fun. And Case really, I swear this is going to sound fake. I promise it's not. I'm like, he said.
And he said to me, it's not what the world does, Mom. It's
what you do for the world. No, he literally said, I kid you not. He was like, after I was already feeling nostalgic for the moment and we were kind of getting ready to go and all of us had like been dancing and then we're like starting to load up. He's like, everyone's just having the best day. He's like, people are driving, people are picking flowers, people are watching fireworks, people get to eat ice cream. Everyone's just having the best day. I'm like, you are an angel sent from above because we had like picked wildflowers that day and like had huckleberry ice cream. Like I'm getting chills thinking about the vibes. They were so immaculate. Cute. So amazing time. I put all the recommendations on my Instagram story and I'll link some of the stuff on our Shop My too that I can on there. But if you're looking to have that same summer vibe,
sounds magical.
Yes. And we will be going next summer.
Yeah, 100%.
We need to go stay there. Yeah. It was just, and we went to West Yellowstone too because it's only like 30 minutes away. So we went there for one of the days. It's like in Montana. And we didn't like go into Yellowstone because we heard it was like insane that weekend. But there is a horse riding trail that I saw, unfortunately, at the end of our trip. It was like the last day. We drove by in Montana, just this wide open, the greenest green, the bluest blue skies. And there was a ranch there in the middle of this huge field. And these horses were walking across like all in a line, like as a trail ride.
Yeah.
It's called Diamond P Ranch. If you like, I must go. I was absolutely like drooling at the thought. I'm like, I need to ride horses there. I'm so mad I saw this now on our last day. Because it was giving the movie Spirit. We were listening to the Spirit soundtrack the whole time. I'm like, we are in the movie Spirit.
So fun. And I love a road trip in that area too.
Yes.
Like when you're even driving, it's just like the vibes.
Who cares if you have to drive a long time? Yeah. It's just so beautiful.
It's like 2-hour drive. I don't
Water
care.
everywhere. Just like lakes, rivers,
ponds, cows, horses on the side of the road. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm happy you guys were able to like extend and do a longer thing too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was worth every second. We were kind of debating like, should we do it? Should we make it longer? And I'm so glad we did. It was worth it.
I love that. I have a quick update to share before we get into these summer vacation stories that my 2 glitch in the matrix stories that I've shared recently, the missing shirt and the missing film roll, have come to not be glitch in the matrix stories.
You
and
found
me
the
just
shirt?
being an idiot. I found the shirt and I found the film roll, guys. So apparently there was no glitch. I'm just stupid. I found the shirt. It was what you said. It was like wedged in between 2 shirts in the back of my closet.
Yeah.
But I'm not kidding. I went through my closet no less than 5 times individually looking. So somehow it must have been like stuck to one when I was pulling it apart. But I found the shirt. So that's great news.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Number 2, the film roll that I was complaining about saying, I know for a fact I only took 2 rolls. Well, I didn't. I had a third that was in one of my film cameras that I don't use as much that somehow
weird.
I didn't take out because it wasn't fully done. So there were only 26 photos on it. And so I must have seen that earlier on and been like, okay, not that one, but I didn't recall that part. So I still need to get it developed, but the photos are
probably on there. What if they're not?
They are.
Okay.
But if they aren't, then it is a real glitch in the matrix situation. Yeah. So we got the shirt, we got the film roll, and we're good.
I'm so happy. The shirt is great. I'm so happy for that, but I'm even more happy about those pictures. When you texted me, I felt like literally a weight off of my chest.
Yeah, same.
Because that was actually devastating.
That was devastating. So 26 photos that we don't even know what they are yet.
I love that feeling.
And I love nothing more than having a film roll. You know, getting ready to see the scans. Yes. There's nothing like that feeling. No. You get the email, your scans are ready. Yes. Oh, the best feeling in the world.
I do love that feeling.
One of my favorites. Anyway, should we get into these shocking summer vacation stories?
I'm ready.
I'm so ready. I'll go first. Okay, girls, this is a bit of a long one, but I promise it's worth it. I started an online relationship with a guy from Slovenia. And after dating for over 9 months, we decided it was time to finally meet up. He was still a college student at the time and was not making income while I was working a full-time job, so it made the most sense financially that I go over there first. For context, we were both 20 at the time. I lived in the States. Leading up to the trip, my family was understandably really concerned that this guy was not who he said he was. I might 100%. Literally be about to be sex trafficked. I'll go ahead and clarify now that is not what the story is, but there was definitely a fear on their end, and I tried my best to reassure them as I knew for a fact he was who he said he was, as much as one can anyway.
I was going to say, how do you know for a fact before you meet?
I wonder if they FaceTimed and stuff a bunch.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, this is important context for later. I fly over to meet him, and our first day together is great. We explore the capital of... I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. Ljubljana. Like, I don't know what's going on. It was my first time ever in Europe, so this was extra exciting, and we shared a kiss there on a Lovelock Bridge. It was my first kiss ever. Eventually, we went back to his place and spent the rest of the evening just giddy over finally being together in person. Skip ahead to the next day. He and I have the excellent idea that we should make homemade edibles. Yes, I'm talking putting a little weed in your homemade cookies. You should know weed is very much illegal in Slovenia, and it was also in my home state at the time. The flour we were using was one homegrown by one of his friends, potentially one of our first mistakes. Anyway, we follow a recipe his friend gave us that involved melting some butter and adding the weed flour to that. From there, you just make the cookies as usual with your weed butter. Not me giving you a step-by-step tutorial on how to make edibles. Do not listen to this advice. We decide we should eat one cookie each and then go to dinner. We are idiots. We always heard edibles take a couple hours to hit, so we thought we were safe to just go about our day as usual for a bit. The thing is, after we ate the cookie, we kind of forgot and just hung out at his place for another hour or so. Then we hit the restaurant. We order our food and then we start feeling it. Suddenly, everything is quite literally not okay. I start losing sense of time. I started seeing the same scene over and over, twirling my pasta on my fork, looking up to my boyfriend. Okay, he's your boyfriend now? Okay. Looking back down.
Well, I guess they were dating.
Yeah, okay, true. I started seeing the same scene over and over, looking up to my boyfriend, looking back down, and the scene repeats. I'm literally blacking in and out of consciousness. I ask my boyfriend how he's feeling, and he's just kind of giggly like a normal stoned person. I start freaking out. He feels okay, but I feel insane. I literally have no grasp of reality. I start freaking out that my family was right and that he drugged me. I immediately pull...
Oh my gosh, I actually didn't even think about that. That's terrifying.
I immediately pull out my phone and text my family group chat my location. I text my mom that I don't feel good. I tell my boyfriend I want to go back. Wait, hold on.
Wait, I'm terrified.
I tell my boyfriend I want to go back to his place because I don't feel good. He agrees, flags down the waiter to pay. We're exiting the restaurant, while still losing snippets of time. Eventually, his parents get us and take us back to his place. I'm still feeling awful, and I mention that my heart rate is through the roof. I tell them I'm worried I'll have a heart attack. Their neighbor is a nurse, so she comes over and checks me out. She agrees my heart rate is scary fast, but she advises if I just relax, everything will calm down and I can sleep it off. This terrifies me. I'm convinced at this point this is a fake nurse sent to tell me to chill out so his family can continue to drug me, put me in a cage, and literally traffic me for sex. I demand to go to the hospital. They're like, you just took an illegal drug. If we do that, they might fine you or worse, send you to jail. And I'm like, I do not care. Me being alive is more important. They can tell at this point I'm literally hysterical and paranoid AF, so they agree to take me to the hospital. Props to them because this is seriously illegal. I'm still so paranoid that when we pull up to the hospital, I think they've brought me to a fake site to continue their scheme.
No, this is actually terrifying.
In my drugged defense, there was a white tent out front because this was in the COVID era and it was where they did COVID testing. I thought that was the whole hospital because I was so out of it. And the place did look a little run down to me. Once we're in the hospital, the nurses do their usual check on me as we wait for the doctor. I call my mom at this point. I tell her to check my location and she will see I'm not in a hospital but a random warehouse. She does check and assures me it is a raw hospital and to relax. I then am convinced these people have somehow recorded my mom's voice. Okay. And faked her telling me these assurances because no way in hell would my mom tell me to trust these people. So I then called my sister, who I'm not close with at all, who I knew they would never think to call. She tells me the same thing. So at this point, I'm starting to think this really is a hospital and I should take a chill pill. They eventually take me into a room and pump fluids into me to help flush out the edibles. Long story short, I overdosed on weed. You cannot die from it, thankfully, but you can get extreme paranoia and hallucinate, which I very much was. When the doctors asked how I got weed, I made up a story that some random man approached me with a cookie and asked if I wanted it. They clearly did not buy the story, but thankfully the neighbor nurse worked at the hospital and convinced them to not report us. So I was able to go home fine-free and jail-free. The rest of that trip was uneventful. The boyfriend's family was so sweet and paid for the hospital bill since my insurance did not cover Slovenian hospitals.
Goodbye.
Moral of the story, do not make edibles at home. Do not do them on your second day with an international boyfriend. Do not go out to a restaurant after, and do not worry that you can die from a weed overdose. Just go to bed. I love you girls. Hope you never experience this. P.S. The boyfriend later cheated on me and we're definitely no longer together. So sadly, this will not be a cute wedding story to tell later.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that's terrifying.
That is a roller coaster.
Can you imagine being alone in a foreign country
and genuinely being so paranoid that
and
you
feeling
think
like it's over?
Yeah, you're just in this scheme, this traffic ring. Like, no, that's so terrifying. Spooky.
That is absolutely terrifying. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Dang, I thought that you guys would still be together.
I know,
was
same.
kind of excited.
I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Okay. This is literally so good. Hi, Jaci and Chelsea. I'm a new listener. I absolutely love your podcast. I gushed about it to all my friends. No, the past tense is what's tripping me up. I gushed about it. And keep gushing. Just kidding. And now we love listening and laughing with you guys on our car rides together. Okay, check. You guys are like our cool older sisters.
Oh.
Older. Easy on the older. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm currently a sophomore in college, but my story takes place a while back when my sister and I were in high school. As some context, when my sister and I were little, like early elementary, whenever we would travel or go on family vacations, we would put on British accents and come with extensive backstories to go by for the entire trip. Love that. Sometimes we would make up crazy stories where we would be orphans or stories where we would be extensions of the British royal family. We let our imagination go wild. It was super fun, but obviously we stopped doing it as we got older, except for one time in high school. My family and I decided to vacation in the UK, and to honor our youthful endeavors, my sister, let's call her Lily, and I decided to bring back the silly tradition. We brainstormed our backstory all the way to London. It's an 11-hour flight, by the way, thinking extensively about our alter egos and backstories. When we got there, Lily and I stepped into character and with our newfound freedom as older kids, walked around London, accent and all, pretending to be these characters. This sounds amazing. Lily's name was Violet and my name was Rose, and we were sisters coming back from studying ballet at the fanciest ballet academy in Paris. We were so nostalgic to be back in London, but worried to see our father's new wife he had married while we've been away all these years.
We need to do this on tour, honestly.
100%.
Us in New York with just literally a different persona.
The only accent I can do is British, so we're going to have to be
same, honestly.
Also from this ballet. Every morning, Lily and I would go to this small coffee shop by our hotel, the perfect place to put on our alter egos, and we would order morning coffee in our accents and address one another by our fake names. We were having such a good time. One day, the older lady at the counter began talking to us, saying, "You guys are the most darling duo of girls," and began asking us questions on our travels and lives. Lily and I, like clockwork, introduced ourselves as Violet and Rose and told her all about coming home from ballet school to London. "What lovely names you guys have." She spoke so softly as though she was a grandmother speaking to her grandchildren. The lady smiled as we spoke, spoke, so interested in our fake backstories as if they were real, asking follow-up questions and everything. Every morning we would have conversations with her, Lily and I bouncing off each other like improv. Violet and Rose were fleshed out characters at this point with personalities and extended backstories. Lily and I had mastered them. One morning, the lady asked Lily and I if we wanted to go to tea with her that afternoon. She said she loved talking with us and thought we were so adorable, and feeling delighted, Lily and I agreed. Oh no.
Oh, I'm terrified.
We met her for afternoon tea at a little place close to the coffee shop, but when we arrived, the woman was slightly crying. We exchanged looks, confused. As we sat down, we almost slipped out of character, concerned for the woman's well-being. Are you all right? We asked. The woman sighed and replied, "Oh, I'm all right, dears. No worries." She explained that the reason she asked us to tea was because we reminded her of girls she used to know. We were so confused. Many years ago, I'm guessing a while back because this lady was in her 70s probably, the lady had 2 daughters, Violet and Rose. Lily and I were flabbergasted listening to the woman explain. She explained that her daughters were ballet dancers and had, I have chills, planned to attend ballet boarding school when they were older. Lily and I froze. Our Violet and Rose were not real. How could they be so similar to her daughters? The odds are insane. The woman pulled out an old photograph of 2 little girls, a little younger than my sister and I, with the photo captioned Rose and Violet. Lily and I were too stunned to speak. The lady continued saying that they had both passed away in a boating accident before they had the chance to go to ballet school.
You're kidding.
This is fake.
This has got to be fake.
She began crying.
No,
Lily and I,
fake.
at this point, were so flabbergasted that we had considered telling her that we were faking our identities. We were not real people. Violet and Rose were not real. But then she said, "It's like you guys have brought their spark back even after all these years. It's like they're here."
Okay, is this a Halloween episode? I have chills, but also I'm terrified.
Oh my gosh. This can't be real.
Lily and Rose. I mean, those are kind of like, Violet and Rose.
We couldn't break her heart and tell her, so we let her soak up this moment. I want to cry. We left the tea feeling super weird. Yeah. Unsure if we should continue our whole act, but we did. That's where the trio got weird. Later in the day, my family and I went on a ferry ride near the London Bridge. We continued the act, speaking in British accents to the boating attendant and everything. Right as we were stepping onto the boat, the boating attendant dropped the rope holding the boat to the dock, Lily almost tripping into the water. The attendant caught her right before her foot fell off the ledge.
Okay.
Everyone rushed to the site because the engine was spinning ever so rapidly.
Fake. 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 Fake.
Right. Ever so rapidly, right below she would have fallen.
No.
Lily and I looked at each other terrified. The woman's voice echoed in my mind as I remember her saying that the daughters had passed due to a boating accident. Crazy coincidence or stars aligning a little too well? We will never know. But what we do know is that maybe some childhood games should be left in the past to be remembered and cherished but not brought back, just like the woman's real Rose and Violet.
I'm sensing fake 100%.
But I love that story.
But I was on the edge of my seat, literally laughing, crying, chills. Like, make that into a movie, please.
No, make that into a movie.
A major motion picture.
No,
please.
I love that. We love a creative writing prompt.
The boating really took it too far.
That is so sad that that's true, though. Poor lady.
It would be awful. But also, it would be like a... Not a glitch in the Matrix, but it's like one of those things where if that genuinely did happen, it's like, I don't know, you're almost like connected by a tether in some way.
So weird.
Because that just makes no sense.
No, that's insane. Wow.
Wowza. Well, I'm getting ready for our new personas when we're on tour.
Same.
I'll be introducing myself as something else at our live shows.
100%. And it won't be Chester.
And it won't be Kendall. Or will it?
Or will it?
We
only have 2.
Okay. The year was 2020, pre-pandemic.
Chills already.
Yeah. That was the spooky story, actually.
Yeah.
My parents had planned and generously paid for a full family vacation to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. The occasion, their 25th wedding anniversary. Okay. The plan was to celebrate with a beachside vow renewal surrounded by all of us. Cute, right? Wrong.
Hold on. I just had a panic attack that
I
had pepper in my teeth.
You don't have anything in your teeth.
Thank you.
Okay, the day before the ceremony, we were all lounging on the beach when I suddenly had to pee. My room was a hike from where we were, so I decided to use my parents' bathroom instead, which was much closer. Everyone else stayed behind as I trekked back to their room. I did my business, was just about to head back when I noticed my mom's phone on the nightstand plugged in and lighting up with a Snapchat notification. Now pause, my mom's in her mid-50s. I didn't even know she had Snapchat. Naturally, because I mind everyone's business but my own, I checked it. I instantly recognized the name. Let's call him John. My mom had told us stories about him before, her first love. And because I physically cannot help myself, I opened the message. What I saw made my stomach drop. It was a full-blown affair. Sexy messages, nudes, the kind of stuff that scorches your brain and makes you wish you had just gone all the way back to your own bathroom. I walked back to the beach trying to play it cool, but my husband clocked me instantly.
What?
I break out in hives when I'm anxious, so my neck was lit up like a warning sign. Later that night, I told him everything. I also told my sister, who's older and wiser, and lucky for me, brave enough to handle things that I can't. She ended up telling my dad, the man who had planned this entire trip and the man who was supposed to renew his vows the next day. He was heartbroken, quietly devastated, but he did not confront her. Instead, he asked us not to say a word. His reasoning was that he needed to get certain legal things in order before doing anything, so we stayed silent. The next day, we stood there on a beach in Mexico watching my mom and dad exchange vows. My dad cried the entire time, and my mom thought it was beautiful. She thought he was crying tears of joy. But we knew the truth. They were tears of betrayal. It's been 5 years now, and nobody has ever spoken of it again. Not a word. I've carried that moment with me ever since. I even went to therapy for it. Navigating resentment towards your own mom when you can't even talk to her about it is one of the most complicated things I've ever had to do. My dad's not a confrontational man. I get why he stayed silent, but me, that could not be me. This will go down in history as the worst vacation I've ever been on. Love you girls, and I can't wait to see you in Dallas this December. P.S. I know sometimes you wonder if these stories are true, and I can assure you this is 100% true. I wish it wasn't.
Girly. Oh, that's horrible.
Not the vow renewal.
No, I thought he was like, don't say anything. I'm going to drop this bomb at the vow renewal and like say something in front of everybody. I thought that's where it was going. But I'm sad.
That's sad.
So your sister knows, your dad knows, but like your mom just doesn't know?
That they don't, she doesn't know that they know, right? That's what I think. That's, oof. I don't know if I could physically keep something like that in. Like, I don't think I could live.
That's insane.
It's so...
Like you're saying as the husband or as the daughter?
Anyone.
Like, anything. Yeah.
If I saw that, if that was my mom, like, I do not think I could physically have a relationship and just like continue to just see each other and like act like everything. I feel like I would be like just bursting at the seams. Like, I cannot be normal about this. That's insane. So crazy. Oh, that's really sad.
That is really sad. I'm glad your dad at least knows. I guess, I don't know. What's better? If he doesn't know or no? If he's not doing anything, you know?
Yeah.
Just like now he's heartbroken.
Yeah, almost better to not know at that point. I don't know.
If I saw a Snapchat notification on my mom's phone, I would be shook. I'd be like, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How do you even have Snapchat?
Concerned. That is...
Nothing good happens on Snapchat.
No, definitely not. Except for Khloe Kardashian making millions of dollars.
Really?
Have you heard of that? You know people make so much money from Snapchat.
Yes, on Snapchat. Mm-hmm.
I feel like a boomer in this way. Like Snapchat is... I don't use Snapchat at all for anything. But I've heard that you can make insane money with like Snapchat stories. That's why a lot of influencers do it, but I wouldn't know because I don't get on Snapchat. Yeah. But I will see people promote it. Like, go to my Snapchat stories.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
market that we need to tap into, perhaps.
Yeah. Interesting. Dang, I'm sorry. That sucks.
It's horrible and there's no solution. I keep remembering these are not advice columns, so we don't have to give advice.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to do. She's like, yeah,
there is
I don't
no
want
advice.
You to tell me.
There is no advice for that one.
Just solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
I found Rocket Money a couple years ago, and it has come in clutch ever since. It's one of my best friends because it makes dealing with my finances so much more streamlined, so much easier. It's caught me paying for multiple subscriptions, double subscriptions of the same exact thing. Just I'm paying double for literally no reason. And Rocket Money's the one who, gently said, hey, you're wasting a lot of money and helped me just get it all in check. So everybody knows that there are lots of ways and things that you can do to reduce monthly costs and improve your finances, but who has the time to go through all of your expenses and decide what to trim? It's so daunting. With Rocket Money, crunching the numbers for you, leveling up your money game gets so much easier. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
sometimes I think it's tempting to turn a blind eye, if you will, with your finances. You're just like, I'd rather not know. But I think it's so important to know where your money is going and to really take a look and be intentional, because that's how you're going to save up for big purchases or, just be financially responsible, is genuinely knowing what's happening. So Rocket Money shows all your expenses in one place, makes it super easy. And that's including the subscriptions that you forgot about. So if you see a subscription that you no longer want, Rocket Money will help you cancel it. And the dashboard just lays out your total financial picture. So it includes bill due dates, paydays in a way that's really easy to digest. You can also automatically create custom budgets based on your past spending, which is so helpful. And if you do have a specific goal you'd like to save for, Rocket Money can analyze your accounts to find the best time each month to put extra money aside. It can help you negotiate lower bills. They really just do a lot of heavy lifting for you, and I think this app is absolutely genius. So Rocket Money's 5 million members have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, with members saving up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid today. That is rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid, rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. This is an ad by BetterHelp. Workplace stress is now one of the top causes of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce experiencing higher than normal levels of stress. And to battle stress, most of us can't just be like, oh, okay, I'm going to quit my job now. I'm not going to go to work, obviously. But we can start small with a focus on wellness. Obviously, there are so many things that go into wellness. You're getting outside and sitting in the sunlight, or you're going on a daily walk, you're drinking your favorite health drink. Like, those are all great things. But dare I say, obviously, the mental health is even more important. And also, maybe you're like, oh, I'm going to go on a vacation. That'll help my stress levels. It's great, but it's not a long-term solution. So do not forget that therapy can help you navigate whatever challenges the workday or any day might bring.
I've talked about my experience with therapy and how much it has helped me. And it's not just for those who have experienced major trauma. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills, how to set boundaries. It just empowers you to be the best version of yourself. And like I was talking about our vacation, I was up in the mountains, mind clear, but sometimes it's not, like Jaci said, all that you need. You sometimes realize on vacation, wow, I'm extremely stressed in my day-to-day life. Something in my daily routine needs to shift so that I can kind of get this feeling more so in my day-to-day life. So with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews. It's convenient too, so you can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/whatwesaid. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out. Okay. After a few short months of dating, my boyfriend, now husband, invited me to join him on his family's trip to Europe for 3 weeks in the summer.
Dreamy.
Oh, a dream. Put a ring on it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I happily agreed, of course. Who wouldn't want to spend time in Europe? I hadn't really traveled before this trip, so I was increasingly nervous. We flew out of RDU, Raleigh, North Carolina, to Boston. While on a layover in Boston, I decided to grab a bite to eat. There wasn't a lot to choose from besides seafood. I wasn't really feeling up to that since we were about to be on an airplane for 9+ hours. I ended up choosing a small Asian restaurant inside our terminal, and I got chicken fried rice. While eating the chicken fried rice, it didn't taste normal to me, but I figured that was because we woke up early and it had been a few hours since I had any real food.
Oh, no. I do not like where this is going.
Flash forward to us boarding the plane to Paris. Once I got on the airplane, I noticed the air didn't seem to be working. It's so hot on this plane. Oh, that's a disaster. I asked if anyone else, my boyfriend and his mom, felt like they were hot, and they said they felt fine. Dinner service comes around and I'm not feeling up to eating. My boyfriend and his mom receive their food, but I'm sitting there panicking. I'm having cold sweats and I really don't feel well. Oof. I'm assuming I'm just being overdramatic and that I'll be fine if I close my eyes and try to get some sleep. After dinner, they dim the lights and everyone around me is sleeping. But I'm not asleep. I'm fighting for my life. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I run to the bathroom in this airplane. I barely make it there before throwing up. I'm so sick and now my stomach is hurting. Sorry for the TMI, but I know I'm about to have diarrhea now. For the next 7 hours, I'm running to the bathroom every few minutes. I wake my boyfriend up. He's clueless on what to do. He grabs me ice and water, but I can't even keep that down. It finally hits me that I definitely have food poisoning from the chicken fried rice that I consumed in the Boston airport. Once we finally land in Paris, we still have another layover before we fly to Florence. I'm still fighting for my life.
Miserable.
No, this is
actually.
It's like make me want to vomit.
I cannot think of a worse place to have food poisoning than on an airplane.
No, absolutely horrible. So uncomfortable.
No, I had a UTI once on a plane, and it was a plane ride home from Hawaii, so it was like 6 hours. That was by far one of the worst experiences of my life.
No,
this is 10 times worse.
Yes,
because I would have to get up every like 10 minutes, and it would like burn so bad. On the plane. And I just like BP, you know how UTIs are, like just like a drip, and you're just like, it like is so burning so bad, and I'm like, I still have 6 hours left of this. Like I had to go so often. I was so miserable, but this is even worse.
Both ends,
sweat, like no.
And you just want to lay down and disappear when you have the stomach flu or when you have like a bug. Ugh.
Also, food poisoning. New fear unlocked. Now I don't want to eat meat ever when I'm traveling, like in the airport.
I'm telling you, when I had my migraine, I had a whole new anxiety unlocked of like, being this sick and like unwell on an airplane is miserable. Top 10 worst experiences I've ever experienced. Like, you can't go anywhere. You're just like, please let this end, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Another 2-hour flight of me running to and from the planes. Nope. We still have another layover to Florence. Once we finally land in Florence, I'm excited to lay down. We get to our Verbo, but the reality hits me that there's no air conditioning and it's almost 100 degrees. It took me 2 or 3 days of our trip to start feeling better. Fighting food poisoning while traveling with my boyfriend's family that I hadn't met yet, all while being in a different country with no air. I truly felt like I was dying. That trip was truly unforgettable, and it's one of my favorite stories to tell. Love you girls so dearly. I've been listening for years. P.S. Please come to North Carolina for tour sometime. I would love to come to North Carolina.
I would love to too. It looks so beautiful. It is so beautiful there. Goodbye. There's just nothing worse.
No, there's nothing to say. That's a crime against humanity.
Especially because that's literally the last impression you want to make on your boyfriend's family who you've never met. You want to, it's like that.
You're with strangers?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You just want to act like you're perfect needs. And you have no needs. Mm-hmm. When you're that sick, you are forced to be like, sorry, this is actually all about me. I need to go to the bathroom now.
Heaven forbid you're in the window seat.
Oh, immediately no.
No, that's horrible. Oh my gosh.
That is
so
awful.
Horrible.
Okay, this is my last one. Hey girlies, love you both so much. Been a Valley girl for the last few years and always look forward to listening. So summer of 2018, my family wanted to do an RV trip out west. I'm from Alabama, so this was no easy undertaking. We rented an RV and went on our way, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. If you've ever seen the movie RV, that was our experience. It was just a disaster start to finish. The second we get on the road, we immediately learned that all the cabinets and drawers could not be securely shut. So every bump and turn we made, the cabinets would fly open and the drawers would too. Snacks, paper towels, you name it, would come flying out. We eventually had to tape them shut. The first time someone went to use the kitchen sink, we suddenly noticed that the water was everywhere on the ground. Why? Because the bowl of the sink was cracked. Couldn't use that for a few days until my uncle, who's an engineer, could fix it. My aunt and uncle and their family went with us in their own RV. The first time we had to empty the sewage, you guessed it, all the literal poop and pee started overflowing the toilet and taking over our RV floor. The guy at the rental place taught my dad incorrectly how to empty it. We had to use all our bath towels and blankets to soak it all up.
Ew.
Stayed up way too late that night at a sketchy RV park laundry facility so that we could shower again. We found ourselves halfway through the trip driving along the literal state line between Idaho and Wyoming, one state on one side of the highway, the other state on the other side. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I do know that our RV broke down on the literal state line. While my dad had an absolute come apart, my mom, me, and my cousins kept jumping over the Idaho state line, as we named it. Or we would straddle the middle of the road and take pictures and videos. Meanwhile, my dad was absolutely losing his mind. We had to wait 4 hours for someone to come fix the RV. We decided to pull out our camp chairs and get some sun in the potato field we found ourselves broken down in front of. I'm just getting started. We went to a campsite that didn't have our reservation. Found ourselves without a park to sleep in. Some switches stopped working in the RV, not to mention none of us were sleeping well. It was legitimately 112 degrees.
Goodbye.
outside at night in Arizona. It was seriously the definition of everything went wrong, but we bonded so much. We laugh about the trip all the time now. I will always remember that trip so fondly, and I can't wait to do it with my own family one day. I hope this makes you laugh. LOL, love you.
That is so funny.
So hysterical. Like, it's so weird now being the parents, like to think of, you know, you're the ones planning the trips and getting everything together, and then to think of your kids just like being stupid while you are in fight or flight, and you're just like, oh my gosh.
100%.
But it's so funny to think about.
In case when we were in our airport debacle trying to figure out talking to the gate agent for so long, Case was just like in La La Land. He's just like, this is taking a long time. I'm like, I know, buddy.
You're like, yep.
And I'm the one having to talk to them. Nick's like talking to the freaking manager. He's just chilling. He's just like, when are we going to get on the plane? I want to get on my plane now.
Oh my gosh. This story actually is kind of reminding me. I've probably talked about this on the podcast, but when my family and I a few years ago went to New York City for Thanksgiving, but we stayed outside of the city, technically in New Jersey, and then we would just take a train into New York. And we were staying at this Airbnb that they called, like on the listing, it was called Chateau La Vie. And we got there. I will insert photos. Keaton, please insert these photos that I send you. A piece of crap. All of the blinds completely broken. Chateau La Vie. The blinds are completely broken in every room. Gosh. The beds were tiny. There was like a sheet over the couch because the actual cushions were like, it was so, we were dying laughing. Leif and I got there first before anyone else. And it was my uncle and his kids, like his family and our family. And it had a few bedrooms, but there were just beds crammed into it.
Goodbye.
So nasty. And we always talk about Chateau La Vie. Like, we were trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. It's like Chateau Wi-Fi. We're like, what? Why did you name it that? This is crazy.
Chateau.
The Chateau.
That's hilarious.
So it's become a bit in my family. Like, anytime we go somewhere and it's just different than it appeared, we're like, oh, it's giving Chateau La Vie. Like, no. Oh, it kills me.
That's hilarious.
It's these were good stories. Thank you guys for writing them in.
I know. I think I have one more.
Oh, you do? Sorry.
One year during a trip to Niagara Falls, disaster struck. Okay. On the very first day of our family vacation, my dad badly sprained his ankle. I thought it said my dad baldly. I'm like, okay. Unnecessary catching strays. My dad badly sprained his ankle while boarding a boat. My mom, who had meticulously planned every detail of the trip by the second, was furious. She thought he was being dramatic and was convinced he didn't need to go to the hospital. According to her, we could still follow the itinerary as planned. Nothing a little Tylenol couldn't fix. By the next morning, his ankle had swollen to twice its normal size. So much so that he couldn't even get his second sneaker on, let alone walk. I'm screaming. That day, we were scheduled to visit Marineland, which is basically Canada's version of SeaWorld. Ignoring my dad's embarrassed protest, my mom marched up to the front ticket office and asked if we could rent a wheelchair for the day. With his pride slightly wounded, he got in and off we went, my mom pushing and my brother and I tagging along closely behind. Unfortunately, the park had a small train that looped around the park, which meant there were raised train tracks embedded throughout the pavement. As we approached one of these tracks, my mom hesitated. She clearly had no idea how to maneuver the wheelchair over the bump, but instead of asking for help or slowing down, she suddenly broke into a full sprint while still pushing my dad. No. When they reached the edge of the track, she gave the wheelchair a hard push from behind with both hands. The front wheels lifted, bumped up and over, and then lunged. And then launched my dad clean out of the wheelchair. He went airborne. My brother and I, both teenagers at this time, were mortified. Our dad landed face first on the pavement. No. Skidding across the cement.
You're kidding.
His face was scraped and bloody, and he immediately started swearing loudly, I might add, in front of dozens of families and small children. He was cursing like a sailor, yelling at my mom, completely losing it. And what was my mom doing in the middle of this chaos? She was laughing so hard at him that she quite literally started peeing through her jean Bermuda shorts down her legs. She was doubled over, tears streaming down her face, completely useless as my dad lay sprawled on the ground. It took her an embarrassingly long time to get him back into the wheelchair. He looked like he'd been hit by a bus. I am reluctant to admit that my brother and I did make a swift exit after that just to make sure people didn't know that we were related to either of them.
Please.
Parents were covering their kids' ears and rushing past us. Neither one was at their finest that day, but it's become one of those stories that gets told and retold. And finally, a decade later, even my dad can laugh about it, but not quite as much as my mom. I am screaming. Don't even imagine.
I can't.
I would be on the floor. Like, I would not be okay.
Oh my gosh, that is sending
Nothing stands in the way of mom's itinerary.
Oh my gosh, I'm just dying at just take some Tylenol. The next day his ankle's 5 times the size. Just can't even put shoes on. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
That is so funny.
Ooh, I'm crying actual tears. Wow.
I love that.
Thank you guys for writing in. If you guys want tickets to our live shows, we're going to be telling some exclusive stories, reacting to some stories just like we did today. There are possibly still tickets for Chicago and Orlando. We will link them in the show notes of this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, in the description, you guys can always go to our Instagram for more info on our highlight. We have a little tour highlight on there. What We Said podcast, What We Said on YouTube. Look us up. We're everywhere. We love you guys so much. And that's what we said. Goodbye.